Welcome back, and today again with another Dark Expedition video. Very big thanks to ProfessorSeven, because when I was chatting with him, he came up with that team, with that idea, and it is amazing. I will link his YouTube channel in the description. He does a lot of new player, mid-game player guides or just useful informations, so feel free to check him out. Okay, so this team. Compared to my last team, we've switched out Leica for Fire Schuri, so basically back to the roots. The nice thing about that is, I mean, yeah, Leica gives that additional chance of slow debuff or gets a dual strike every now and then because of hers too with Lorina or whoever your DPS is. But Watcher just provides so much turn cycling that it is actually fine with just having Cecilia as a debuffer, because most of the time you're having almost all of the debuffs up. Like in my case, not that often, because I run a Fire Schuri that is faster than my Tama and Fire Cecilia, which is, well, not that efficient. So later on when you see the stats, just make Fire Schuri slower than your Tama and your Cecilia, and you might even get a better result if you have, like, of course, that kind of DPS gear on your Lorina. So yeah, what's the thing about that? Sometimes when you miss a slow debuff, it is not too detrimental, because you can still do enough damage to, well, fully one-shot if you get a little bit lucky later on then. And with lucky I mean just not getting resisted, I guess. Also, like, the problem is when you don't get a slow debuff, just getting a defense break. But then again, you can still get it. It is still 2 turns. You might even have it from before you lost the slow debuff. Oh yeah, also I was so hyped about the Jacko banner. Not because of Jacko, I mean Jacko is great and all, but Jacko's symbol, like her artifact, is literally the best artifact you can have in probably most expeditions when you use a warrior. Since it's like Caladra, like obviously a worse version and 5-star limited version of Caladra, but it is still a Caladra. So in my case, in this Dark Expedition, we have non-stop debuffs, which is why it's getting activated every single time. So compared to like the Ancient Sheath that I was running before, at first I get more base stats out of that. Then I have more damage since mine is above plus 15. So I have more damage on my attacks overall. And compared to Ancient Sheath, I get additional damage on my S3, which wasn't the case before. I will also put another Dark Expedition run, or maybe 2, at the end of the video, where I have been a little bit unlucky with my debuffs. Just if you are interested, you can watch it. If not, then don't. So yeah, let's check. I've done a few more runs, obviously, and as you see on this one, fully cleared. All of these have been full on auto, so I just want to say, in case you feel like unlucky and you still want to finish it, you could actually manual Lorina to non-stop burn her as 3 whenever you can, so you get a lot more damage. Here also full clear, and this is one of the runs that will be at the end of the video, where I didn't full clear because I got a little bit unlucky with these debuffs, as well as this one. But yeah, still, it is a lot of damage, and I would say it is better than Leica for sure. So let's take a look at the units. So yeah, the main part that is different about this team, my Schuri. As you see, he only has 72% effectiveness. Since I'm running Jacko's symbol, he gets 10 additionally. So he's missing 3% effectiveness, so I guess that's kind of acceptable. Obviously 85 would be the best, and he's very, very fast. He definitely doesn't have to be that fast. The best way actually to have a even better result is having him slower than Tama and Cecilia to get most of his 25% push. Artifacts, you could run him on Song of Stars. You could also run him on Misconfile for the additional defense breaks. I just think that Song of Stars has potentially a higher damage chance if you still get all other debuffs from Cecilia. Yeah, whereas Misconfile just solidifies your damage overall because you probably just have, well, hopefully consistent defense breaks up all the time. Or what you could also do would be something like, I don't know, Rosa Hagana and no effectiveness, just DPS. My Tama basically got a little bit of a speed upgrade compared to before. She would also not need too much effectiveness because of the obviously Jeko symbol, which gives 10 effectiveness again. But besides that, yeah, it's pretty standard. Magahara's Tome. My Cecilia. I know, she is very, very fast for counter. And yes, I say that every video. She definitely does not have to be counter. Counter is just a nice plus, but you should make sure that she has a good amount of tank stats. Why am I running Adamant? I run Adamant because in that case of maybe not so many debuffs occurring in terms of like damage reduction, like her attack break obviously, and then the boss with the dual strike and the cannon just directly after, onto one of your DPS. It's better than losing a unit just to go for a tiny bit of damage. But yeah, besides that, just make sure she's faster than Fire Schuri. And then there is my commander Lorina. Jeko symbol, like I said, increases effectiveness of all allies by 10%. It is so good. Just because it makes your stat requirement for maybe Schuri or some other units easier. And obviously the more damage on single target. So yeah. Finally, her S3 gets a damage boost in my case, so I'm pretty hyped about it. And obviously, you don't have to have that much damage. It's just a nice to have. You can run her definitely lower just to get a good score, I guess. And now there will be the runs that didn't have been that lucky, so either you want to watch them or not. I wish you good luck and have fun. See ya.